I will show you a few different ways that I style my hair and how different it looks on my face shape, my appearance, what looks nice and what doesn't. So this is the look number one. I've just curled it a little bit. It's got this is the bob still, so at the back of it is curled like this. This morning it was straight, and then I just used my flat irons, the GHD that I normally do, and I just twirled it around. I've showed you on other videos as well. So I thought what I'll show you first, I'm trying to grow my fringe out, so I'll tell you about that as well. So if you're like me and you're at the stage when your fringe is just in your eyes, like mine would be, what you could do, this is an option. So what I'm trying to do is grow it all out, okay? So if you really can't see and you want to trim it again, what you could do is you could just bring it all down where you need to cut it, right? Or go to a hairdresser's first of all. Get them to cut just the middle bit so you can see. That's if you're wearing a pattern on the side. So what they would have to do, gather all your fringe up. So that's all my fringe. I'll just show you where my fringe is. It's kind of in a little bit of a triangle shape at the top there. So as you can see how long it is there. Now I've showed you on another video how I cut my fringe. I'm not actually going to cut it today, but I'll show you how you could get it cut so you can still see but you grow out the sides. It's a gradual process. So what I've done, I've cut my fringe before like this. So what I do, I'll part it. I gather all of it into whatever your fringe part is, then I flick it around like that, and then I would just chop up into the middle bits. And what that does is it cuts it short there and it keeps the sides long there. So once it's cut, that would just bring it back round like that, so you'll have that little curvy bit and the sides will stay the same. Okay, so that's option number one. But also still part your hair where you'd normally part it, you're just trimming your fringe. The other thing you could do is literally, if you were just wanting to piece a little bit out yourself, you could just use some scissors and just chop into those bits there. Probably best to go to a hair salon for that one. So that's if you want to grow your hair out. The other option, what you could do, you could thin it out a little bit. So you could take like the long bits here and then again chop into it up there, so you're taking a bit of the weight out the top as well. Hair normally takes, as we all know, like about 6 weeks to sort of really settle in, but I think even if you trim your fringe, it just only takes like a couple of weeks for it to really settle in. Okay, so hairstyle number one, this is how I've got it today. So I won't flatten it or do anything to it at the moment, but what I'll show you is a few different ways how it looks, how I will style it. So first of all, I always wear it this side, and like I said, if I wanted to just trim a little bit of fringe there, I could just cover up that little bit there too. So the same technique, I could just cut a little bit into there. The other option you could do a side swept cut in your fringe. So what you do that way, you drag all your hair over to one side, to the opposite side. So you're going like that. So the shortest bit is going to be the bit that you've got here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull it right across, and then you're going to cut up like that, and that way the longest part stays and then the shortest part will come across like that, so you will be able to see. So if you see what I mean, if you still want like a side swept fringe, you could do it that way. So you've got the short bit there and long bit there. Okay, so that's some options of cutting it. The other option again will be like scooping it all back and then just cutting it straight across. That way, up to your temples, it's going to be quite severe on the sides. It's better to have a softer, feathery fringe. Okay, so this style right here, I'll flick the hair over and I'll show you the difference it looks on my face, on my appearance. So, and I've got a double crown up here, so it sits really awkward. It's got like a bump on it as well. But I'll just show you how different your appearance could be. There you go. Like I could probably maybe tuck that behind there. I'd have to mess around with the curls a bit more for that. But that can kind of look like that. You can completely disguise the fringe if you're flicking around with it. You could curl that bit of fringe that you're growing out in with it as well. So there's another look. I feel very, very bare on this side because I never have this side exposed either. And the other thing about the way I wear my hair on the other side, when I do my makeup, this eye has got more of a droopy, on the eyelids, the droopy eyes, or hooded eyes, sorry, not droopy. This is more of a hooded eye, so I always keep this covered anyway, so it doesn't look as bad as the other side. So yeah, so a little bit more hooded on this side. So that's another look. Again, you can put a little clip in or something. I'll just have one here. You know, I mean, obviously you can have a nice glamorous clip there. But that's that look. If I was to part it in the middle, I'll show you that look as well. Middle parting when you're trying to grow your fringe out, with a middle parting, the good option there is that if you parted it in the middle, what you could do is still have this up here, but the side bits grow down a little bit quicker because you're only really focusing on the front part. So if you were to have that bit cut there, yeah, you can grow these out a little bit easier. They don't seem to show out. These are called your curtain bangs. So they you can kind of style them to sort of, you know, you can grow them out a lot easier like that if you wanted to have a middle parting. Now with the middle parting, unless you've got the perfect face, symmetrical face, it doesn't work for everybody, and especially when you're a bit older as well. I find a middle parting is just not, it's a bit more dated for us middle-aged people. Again, I've got the double crown, so it really doesn't sit very well because it's still bumpy up here. But the overall look is, that's how it looks with a middle parting. So we've done the side, we've done the other side. The middle parting is just not as flattering. But if you had the perfect face, symmetrical, you could get away with it because everyone looks straight at the focus of the face with the hair in the middle. So that's what it does to you. The other thing is foreheads, high or low forehead. So I've got, I don't know, probably an in-between forehead shape. It's a bit high, I suppose. So I always keep a bit of weight there anyway. But I'll show you the difference if I have no hair up there. Let's just pin it back and see how I look. See, I don't really like that look because I think I'm too high up there. There's just too much of a gap. So to make it look nice, I have a softer, like I said, the softer fringe. So that, to me, is not flattering at all. Again, with the grey hairs, as you're older, tends to show the grey hairs a lot quicker, especially if you're colouring your hair every 3 weeks, like me. So there's that look there. A flattering style that you could do is, we'll bring it back over to this way. So, or you could do a real side sweep on that side, so you can disguise the fringe. Yeah, so that's how that one looks there. So yeah, that's where I normally part it, and then that way you can see the side swept look there. And if you wanted to put it all up, you just put it up in a little bow. It gives another new look. I look like a sophisticated person. As if I'm an air hostess or something. That's quite nice. Yeah, you probably need some bright red lipstick on for something like this sort of style, but that gives you that look. Again, I feel very naked because I've got all the forehead exposed, but that's just another look. That would look nice if I had a scarf around my neck as well, you know, like I said, like an air hostess look. But that's using the fringe that I'm trying to grow out. Okay, so there's that look. You can even do like a high ponytail with that look. Let's have a look at this one. Or maybe you could probably do like a top knot there, and then maybe pull a few strands down so it's not too severe. But that's quite a nice look as well if you have a fun hairstyle. So yeah, that's that look quite nice. At the back of it probably looks silly, but you'd have to pin all those bits up. Okay, so just a little bobby pin up at the back there. You can have like that. Okay, what else can we do with it? I won't be straightening it because I'm about to go to work, so I'll leave it as it is. But that was another look. Another look we can do is, we could do it back in the middle. We can go like this. Oh no, sleek ponytail, but I won't be straightening it, but I'll just show you a sleeker ponytail. Sleek like that. Lots of things to do with the hairstyle. All right, so yeah, so if you're trying to grow your hair out, just play around with it because you can make it look nice. I can't braid. I've got to admit, I'm no good at braiding. So otherwise, you could start braiding all your hair into itself, you know, and twisting it all, that sort of thing there. I just can't do it. But anyway, you get the idea. Don't know, I'm a hairdresser, but I don't braid. Yeah, all right then, well that's it. That's all I wanted to show you, and just a few little ideas on this hairstyle while I'm growing out the bob and the fringe. Okay, so if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, bye for now.